second. Look at your neighbor and checking. We bout to march, so if you not get to stepping. I done told you who I am. I'm a force to be reckoned with. I think just be mad because my voice is so decadent. I'm setting the precedent, no mistakes and no accident. We ignoring the standard set cause our lowest is passionate. This alone is a classic hit. I'm a verb amongst adjectives. If the industry full of and my words is a laxative. I'm a maniac on these beats. I'm insane and it's not discreet. I'm enraged because y'all ain't see it. I'm spraying on every street, entertaining, no whack opinion. Who's saying we not elite? I'm over Balenciagas. I'm changing into my cleats. It's go time. It's showtime. I ain't calming down until this place is a ghost town. Tired of the faking. We bringing back Motown. No sparing this go round. I'm taking no prisoners, so prepare for a showdown.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with the big crowd. They already gone by the size of me. I don't really get a tip, but my deuce up. I will not live in apology. I wish you lose my opportunity and shut. Don't make way for a prodigy. Touchdown in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with the big crowd. They already gone by the size of me. I don't really get a tip, but my deuce up. I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity and shut. Don't make way for a prodigy.
I ain't regular. I ain't regular. I ain't regular.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gonna do. If you gonna be.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us south of the border to the vibrant capital of Mexico City. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Nighthawks of London taking on the Redwoods of Mexico City. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First carry for James Conner. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So here in the heart of Mexico, this is a city that's hosted a handful of NFL games before, but now this is a different deal. A relocated franchise moving south of the border, playing here on a permanent basis. It's going to be exciting times here in the Mexican capital, that's for sure. And really all across this country, they're pumped for this because this will be Mexico's team. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Murray now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now a turn and a give to Barkley. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Play fake. Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they've got it run across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Murray now. And this will be swung out here for counter. bring this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Connor. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Here's Murray. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Touchdown! Paris Campbell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Nighthawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On play action, it's Murray. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They'll try the left side with Connor. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Shotgun now from Murray. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
A first down carry for Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 59 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Jones going to get this one complete to Saquon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Cockroach. Detroit Johnson.
Throwing Jones. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Buda Baker, the safety, he gets in from the secondary for the sack. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. To throw is Murray. And his pass incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give him a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
In motion right, that's Hyatt. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Gano's kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Murray off play action. Throw left side complete. That's counter. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Across midfield, Saquon Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Nighthawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Gano for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's Mack to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 5. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll go with Mack here up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Mack. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Mack. He will push his way down to about the 14. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Murray looking to change the play here. On third down, a run by Mack. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Murray sets to throw on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Jones. Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 14.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Second and 10.
Timberland.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Back to throw again. So he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Nighthawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything went wrong in game 1. They took care of business with it in game 2.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Murray now. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake. Murray. Taken in by Pascal out left. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Following the fumble recovery, Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Touchdown! Darren Waller, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Nighthawks continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Gano the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. It's Deonte Banks with it. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. There he goes again. And touchdown! Saquon Barkley, 52 yards. And the Nighthawks have got it on cruise control. Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And
I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They come up short here on fourth down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Now a toss right to Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
205 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Half 18,
3rd and 2. Back to throw. Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now Hyatt on the jet sweep, and that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone in that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Murray going to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee here. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our